So you put tons of work and time into your videos and it finally pays off with the first video going viral. You start to rub your hands together thinking of all the money that you're going to make. Maybe you could upgrade your laptop or buy that new camera. And then you look at your channel's analytics and you see 220,000 plus views. But wait, there's just a few $100s in ad revenue. That can't be right, can it? Well, yes, it can actually. This is the platform average, which is around a $5 CPM. And it's in that moment for most of us that we suddenly realize that you need to generate a shed load more views or you somehow have to raise your CPM. The question is how, and for reference, CPM means the amount that YouTube pays you per 1,000 monetized views on your channel. This is the total amount that they get in ad revenue before they take their 45% cut. So the real figure that you want to be looking at is your RPM, which is revenue per mil. The amount that your channel earns is dependent on how much advertisers are willing to pay to advertise on your content and in your niche. But you can actually change it. So here are my best and pretty much the only ways that you can increase your CPM. The first is that you want to make sure that your content doesn't break any of YouTube's or Google's policies. This goes for the platform level policies and the AdSense rules. Something may be okay on YouTube, but it could limit your reach with ads. And if you're already monetized, then you've probably seen the never-ending and growing list of policies that you need to agree to for each video that you upload. You can't offend anyone, you can't use certain swear words, you can't talk about anything violent or graphic, no alcohol, drugs, or death, or anything too edgy. Basically, if it's vanilla, then it's great for ads. But in the same vein, obviously anything vanilla doesn't normally get that many views. If you think about it, we all like a bit of drama in our content, and we like things that are polarizing and covers risky topics, and also maybe some extreme personalities. It's why those channels and those people get more views. So you want to find the balance between the two, because if you only please Google and their AdSense rules just to increase your CPM, then you won't please real people and you'll probably lose out on views. And a higher CPM with fewer views is basically the same outcome. So don't drop what makes you special or unique just to fit in. Point number 2 is location. Businesses pay more to advertise in America, Canada, Australia, and Europe. So creating content for those areas will automatically give you a higher CPM. So for example, if you want to make a sports channel, then I would focus on basketball, baseball, and American football, as the viewers will basically be mainly in America. But what if you have a more general niche, I hear you ask? Well, use social or trending topics in those target countries. You could merge these into your content. So, for example, if you have a relationship channel, then speak to the American problems with relationships. You may see channels talking on these particular talking points, and the reason they do that is either they're from America or it's because they get more of an American audience. You could also use examples of American celebrities in your videos. The people you relate to most in your content will end up most likely being the people who watch it. Point number 3 is niche selection. Now, assuming that you haven't decided on your niche just yet, you could pick a niche that has a higher CPM. There's no fixed guide to this, but generally any niche where advertisers are willing to spend a lot of money in will do well. For example, a channel about Apple and iPhones is going to have a higher CPM than, say, gardening. Any niche that has an audience of buyers with money will do well. So the same goes for niches like finance and technology. And if you're stuck for ideas, then anything in the big 3 will generally do well. That's health, wealth, and relationships. These are the topics that we generally spend the most money in, and it's why entertainment channels generally have a lower CPM, as people are just there to be entertained. But you can also normally get more views, which generally makes up for it. But I personally prefer educational channels, as you have more ways to monetize. Number 4 is creating longer videos. You may have heard some people recommending 8-minute videos, and this is because YouTube can run ads in the middle and not just at the beginning and the end. So if you make a longer video that's good, then you will get more ad revenue because there will be more ads throughout, which means overall you get a higher CPM for that video and your channel. And YouTube also seems to like longer videos these days, though I think it's just generally that YouTube likes anything that keeps people on the platform for longer. A 30-minute video may get less views overall, but it could make a lot more money in ad revenue. And finally, my personal favorite, which is where you leverage the views to increase the CPM yourself. So rather than depending on YouTube and advertisers, you directly give your viewers what they want and need. Let me ask you a question. Do you think that you are using YouTube or YouTube is using you? If you are relying on ad revenue alone, then chances are YouTube is using you, as they have all of the power. They can restrict or demonetize you at any time. They can ban and run ads and not give you any of the money. And they have absolutely all of the power in a way that they could literally just turn off your channel by the click of a button. It's why I always recommend building a business off of YouTube that you control, something that pays you separate from the channel. That way you can treat your channel as a traffic source that can be replaced if something happens. Think of it this way, if you got 1,000 views and you sold a $1,000 product, then that would give you a $1,000 CPM. And literally no channel on YouTube is getting paid $1,000 per 1,000 views. But there are channels that are making $1,000 per 1,000 views. They are removing the middleman and monetizing their own views with their own products and services, or even those of other people. I personally like to do this with private communities that act as the hub of your channel, and I'll put links in the video description to where you can get more free training on this. But you could also recommend affiliate products, create an online shop, sell freelance services, offer coaching, consulting, or just about anything else you can imagine online. You just need to match the right offer to the right audience. Then you can build a real business around your views and raise your CPM to more than just a few dollars. Ad revenue should be seen as just a nice bonus, but not the overall goal. Chasing views is never the best way to make money on YouTube, especially not as an educational YouTuber. So with that said, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.